You aided Queen Irene in her ratification, correct? You do look like someone to know.
Now, where did he run off to? Well, aren't you the bold one? Running around this part of the forest. You've got to be either fearless or just plain foolhardy. Haven't you seen the undead? I'm a Vine Desk Ranger, and I'm not even sure I'm safe here. Ah, yes, you're the one he mentioned. He'll be glad you're here. The Veiled Heritants were one thing, but the undead are too much. They're Blackroot clan. They were a cruel lot even when they were living, and now they're even worse. Don't ask me. We're at a standstill as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even sure what's at stake. Until I know more, we're hunkering down here. Indane has been running around, though. He's probably got a plan, but you two are on your own for now.
Did she tell you? One of the greatest mysteries of Valenwood has finally been solved. Decades of conflicting rumors have been put to rest. We finally know what happened to the Blackroot clan. They died, right here in Verlaine. Yes, once again the work of Naaman's Shade and the Veiled Heritants. And yes, I do realize we need to return them to rest, but I'm hoping we can uncover more about what happened here while we do. Are you ready to get to work, my friend? The Blackroot clan warriors are even more bloodthirsty in death than they were in life. But there are also other spirits here, glimmers from the past, crying out for help. I think they're trying to show us something. We need to watch them. Look for the glimmers of the past I spoke of. Hopefully they will help us figure out how to...
I'm with you, cohort!
Elfirian, General Malgoth and the rest of the Blackroot troops are almost upon us.
No, that plan is madness!
Silence, Glonia. Our sacrifice today will ensure our sister villages live on.
We have an accord.
Stealthy, I can't do this. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
It's all right, Lenril. The poison itself is slow. The black root will have cut our throats long before you felt its effects. Here, we'll drink it together, and I'll fight by your side till the end.
Until the end.
Now, to battle!
That's the last of them, General. The village is clear.
An easy victory. Verlaine is the first to fall, but there will be more. Now, per the meat mandate, let us feast on the fallen. Prepare the cave temple. It's a suitable place for a celebration.
General Morgoth, the troops. Half of them are dead. The other half...
Are dying, including us. This is poison. The villagers poisoned themselves to poison us.
What do you mean?
The meat mandate, you idiot. Eltheria knew she couldn't win on the field, but she'll still manage victory. To the Nereid Temple. Perhaps we can beg a cure. Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take
Why
up
do you
arms.
command us from the ooze?
A powerful one, unknown to me, has stolen my bow. It invoked the right of theft, and commanded we march against the Dominion.
By your command.
Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up
Why
arms.
do you command us from the ooze?
A powerful one, unknown to me, has stolen my bow. It invoked the right of theft, and commanded we march against the Dominion. Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take
Why
up
do you
arms.
command us from the ooze?
What a sacrifice! To think the villagers actually poisoned themselves in order to poison the Blackroot clan. It may be morbid, but it's also brilliant. Of course, that really doesn't help us return the Blackroot warriors to their graves, does it? From what I gathered, one of Naaman's servants has stolen General Malgoth's bow and compels the Blackroot clan to fight by the right of theft. What we need to do is steal the general's bow back, and then we can release him from his vows. We must rely on the scenes of the past. After being poisoned, General Malgoth went to the Nereid Temple. It's likely he died within. I suggest you go in and search for the general's remains. I'll continue searching for clues out here in the forest. Be wary in there. Nereids wield dangerous magic and can never be trusted. It's no surprise they helped the villagers in their suicidal plot. In fact, the Nereids probably consider General Malgoth's bow a prize. They will defend his remains. Desperation turns enemies into allies. The villagers knew General Malgoth and the Blackroot clan were going to attack, and they knew they couldn't win. Likely they asked the Nereids for help, and the Nereids convinced them this was the best course. Of course, Malgoth sought to unite all the Bosmer under his leadership. He led the Blackroot clan to conquer much of Valenwood during the Bosmer tribal wars. Then, one day, they just disappeared. No one knew what happened, until now. The Bosmer have always been free peoples, bound only to the green. Rarely have the tribes united under singular leadership, although for a period many, like Malgoth, tried. Most of the so-called wars were not fought at all, but won by trickery. Yes, General Malgoth had traveled far and wide. He had seen the greatness that comes to those who conquer through military might. That you'd not heard of him is a tribute to the sacrifice of the Verlaine Bosmer. Because it's in their nature. Death amuses them, and all the more when they can manipulate people into bringing about their own demise. As distasteful as it may be, the Nereids are part of the natural order. I just try to stay away from them. As barbaric as it seems, many clans still lived by the old traditions during the Bosmer tribal wars. Mind you, they didn't consume the bodies of the dead because they enjoyed the taste. It was a matter of tradition. Apparently so, though the tactics they embrace sound more like a Nereid plot than something the villagers themselves might have come up with on their own. For General Malgoth, that's apparently the case. For all his ambition, he was still a staunch traditionalist. It's actually quite impressive that his sense of honor remains intact even so many years after his death. I'd say this is a perverted case. The value that Malgoth placed on his bow alone may be enough for him to want it back. Or he may be using the right of theft as a more honorable justification for his new servitude. There was fear in his voice.
Alfarian, General Malgoth and the rest of the Blackroot troops are almost upon us.
Light it up!
Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up arms.
You would steal that which has already been stolen, then enter the Shadowwood and seek it, though you will find only death.
Wait.
Come face me. The bow is a boon to our army. You will not have it.
We're back in the Shadowwood. I had hoped not to visit here again. But if this is where he is holding the General's bow, then it's just as well. We need to find the shade to get the bow back. I don't know. We'll have to search until we find it, though. In the meantime, however, do you recall the glimmers of the past we saw earlier? It seems those spirits are trapped here in the Shadowwood. We should release them. It's the shadow rifts that bind them here. From this side, you only need to touch the rifts to close them. That will release the spirits from their torment and weaken Naaman's grip on this place. If you'll focus on that, I'll search for the shade. Good luck, and see you by the stones.
You will soon join us and fight Morgoth. I hope you've prepared for undeath.
Freed us. May Ifrit smile on you. You closed the rifts that bound us here. You must stop that shade, though. It ceased to do terrible things to Valenwood. Though I have passed on many years gone now, I still consider Valenwood my home. Thank you, and thank you again for releasing us from his grasp. To be pulled back from the rest of death and bound like this, forced to serve such darkness, was sheer torture. Though we are dead, the people of Verlaine are in your debt. Yes, I suppose there is. I can give you a shield that will protect you from harm while you remain in the Shadowwood. Take it, and my blessing. May Ifra watch over you in this realm and back in the realm of the living. Good luck.
Naaman warned me about you, and I... You will die, then you will serve us.
Something's changed. I do not understand what's going on here.
That was a harrowing experience all around. I'm glad it's over. I hope we have succeeded in weakening Naaman's grasp on Valenwood as a whole. Only one thing remains. We must deal with the spirit of General Malgoth. Yes, and since you have succeeded in stealing it, it falls on you to invoke the right of theft with the General. Whatever you ask him, he will be compelled to do. The compassionate choice would be to release the General and his army, to allow them to return to their rest. But if you prefer, you might ask them instead to turn against Naaman and aid our forces in the fight for Valenwood. The choice is yours.
So it's true then? You have retrieved my bow from the shade? My father told me, you will find your bow in an animal's bone. Before it's even carved, you will see it. Mammoth's tusk. Extraordinarily difficult to make a good bow out of, but it was just like he said. I saw it, and I knew. What do you want? You want... I've misheard you. I thought you said leave. But we don't deserve rest. Not after what happened here. We belong to the ooze.
You released him. I think that was the right thing to do. Since you already freed the villagers' spirits from the Shadowwood, that means all the spirits here can now be at rest. We've done a good thing here. We've done all we can here, but it's clear that Naaman still seeks to harm Valenwood, so our work is not finished. I suggest we spread out and search for signs of darkness. When Auriel wills it, I am certain the Green will bring us together again. Unless you have questions for me, I will soon be on my way. We should both search the forest for other signs of Naaman's corruption. I fear at some point we will have to confront Naaman himself. A spiritual prison of a sort. Bosmer who break their oath to the Green Pact go there when they die, to reflect for an eternity. There's a place called Owls, where we bring the bodies of Oathbreakers. Some think it's a physical link to the ooze.
Focus your intellect.
Damn. Everything tastes like blood. That can't be good. You made it past the undead outside Marbrook? Either that, or I lost more blood than I thought. Daedra, out of the Moonhenge. When the undead appeared in Drilladon Pass, we got cut off from Marbrook, and in the Daedra came, like beasts that smelled blood. An Ayleid ruin. We don't really know what it was for. Captain Ethrel and Sergeant Galandir took scouts to investigate, but they were captured. The Daedra are holding them for some kind of ritual. We need to save them.
I thought I'd never escape. That.
You did it! I'm free!
I owe you my life.
I can't remember her name.
You, come with me. Quickly, we don't have much time. Captain Ethrel and the rest of our scouts are trapped on the other side of that portal. The main portal was unguarded when we got here. Captain Ethrel took 4 of our number through. That's when the Dremora swept in and captured us. Set up crystals to seal the portal. It was a trap, and we walked into it like yesterday's dinner. That's the idea, but there are secondary portals all around the main one, protecting the crystals. Ready yourself for a fight. If we don't close the portal from the other side, the Daedra will find a way to reopen it. Basic tactics, soldier. I need to cover your back so the Daedra on the hill don't flank you. Keeping the seal intact. You'll have to kill them too.
Captain Ethrel, look at me. We're going to make it through this.
You'll make it out of here. I know you will.
Captain. Captain. Damn it all. Looks like we only meet in horrible places. Did you bring the 100 blades this time? No matter, you didn't need them in first hold. The Queen sent me to check on our Bosmer allies, and a good thing, too. This whole forest is rife with corruption. I offered my assistance to Captain Ethrel when the Daedra came through the Moonhenge. The Daedra scattered us as soon as we got here. We need to find the others and close the portal before the Daedra organize. I've been watching the Daedra closely. The commanders pass in and out of a gateway to the north, or what passes as north in this place. If I had to guess, I'd say our Moonhenge has a twin on this plane. The Moonhenge you came through was an Ayleid ruin. But where did they get the idea? Find the keys the Dremora used to unlock the pillars that seal the gateway. I suspect we'll find the sigil stone that powers the portal through there. Haha, once again, you have your duty and I have mine. I'm going to clear the gateway entrance for you in the meantime. Send the others my way if you find them.
This one will never complain about a job again. Daedra, imprisonment, and crazy Bosmer. There is no end to Azazi's suffering. At least you are here again to help me. Azazi's tail swishes with joy.
You again? You seem to make a habit of showing up just when things are getting properly twisted. After Dread Verlaine, I was sent to reinforce the outpost. You know how it goes. One moment you're sharpening your sword, and the next you're entering a Daedric portal in the middle of a creepy Iliad ruin. I'll try. Might get distracted exacting some much-earned payback on these monsters.
Glad you made it. Just hold the keys up to the pillars and we'll be on our way.
Azazi never thought he would miss the dancing Bosmer.
Use the keys on the pillars and we'll be on our way to Moonhenge. Well, this Moonhenge. Confusing, isn't it?
Our tickets up. Ladies first.
This one is no lady.
These crystals are powering a seal, protecting the sigil stone.
What is that?
We're trying to break them, but it'll take time.
My friend.
We did it! You were amazing! Now let's get that sigil stone before the Daedra advance!
Mages always have to talk at the end of the world.
Now there's just one more thing, but it's a doozy. Well, there is the matter of this Moonhenge. It seems to be connected in some way to the Moonhenge in Greenshade. As long as it's here, all the Dremora would have to do to reopen the portal is replace the sigil stone. So we'll need to destroy it. I created a scroll for just that purpose. Unfortunately, it requires the power of the sigil stone. As the sigil stone is destroyed, the portal will close for good. The person who casts the spell will be trapped here. This spell combined with the innate magical properties of the Moonhenge? This is alien magic we're talking about. We might destroy the entire Valenwood. You cannot be... You're serious? Fine, there may be a planar tear before the portal collapses. You'd better come back.
Tell Arcane to take a hike. Don't die.
You closed the Daedric portal! Moonhenge is back to its old self, plus a few decorations. But where's the captain? Damn. But it looks like everyone else got out. That's the biggest risk I've ever seen a soldier take. You deserve a medal. We'll mop up the remaining Daedra and start rebuilding the outpost. Thanks to you, we won't have to fight a war on two fronts.
Feels like I've been at this forever.
Selling, trading.
Ah, you must be the one Irene is waiting for.
If you're the one Indaenir was referring to, speak with Queen Irene, but no sudden moves.
The Queen is frustrated. I am frustrated. To sit idly by while Valenwood is threatened. but anyone who nears Hectorheim is corrupted.
Ariel watch over you. The Queen, the Main, and Indanir have all chosen to put their faith in you. I hope they are right.
Oriel, grant me strength. I hope you're the one Indanir spoke of. Thank the Eight. The army here is greater than we anticipated. Damn these gates. Damn the corruption. I should be in there, not Indanir. He said you'll be able to pass through. Help him. Stop Naaman. He wasn't wrong. The veiled heritance subjected my brother's body to an unnatural resurrection, as a lich. He has the Staff of Magnus, and is using it to suppress Hectorheim's necromantic wards and raise an undead army. Very. According to Indanir, Hectorheim guards the heart of Valenwood. He believes Naaman is corrupting it, and this corruption turns any soldiers we send forth feral. Indanir knows more. He waits for you at the gate. Indanir believes he can enter unharmed, and you as well. I pray he's right. I little understand it, but the Bosmer have described it to me as the center of Greenshade. As Naaman is allowed to corrupt it, the forest will die. The Bosmer here would lose their homes and be forced to flee. Some say it once belonged to Magnus, the god of magic himself. Some say it was a gift. Others say it was stolen. Others believe it's a test. It suppresses magic, and it seems Naaman is using it to subdue the wards. We have only limited understanding of the history. Some time after the passing of the Aeliads, a necromancer or group of necromancers tried to raise an army of the dead. Necromantic wards were put in place, but now Naaman is suppressing them. Even as a lich, I don't believe Naaman is powerful enough to disrupt the ancient wards. Elendari believes it's the Staff of Magnus. We must retrieve the staff and secure it for the Aldmeri Dominion.
Shazar worries for the people here. Main Akuz Ri brought us to learn and assist, but sadly there was nothing to be done.
Kali is but a student of the Main, but this one longs to be inside and undo this corruption.
This isn't the place for Kali and Shazar, so close to this corruption, when they should be learning of their future roles.
Damned heritance. We lost some good rangers out there. They're lucky I can't get near them.
Don't mind Nara. She's never done well sitting out a battle. In the meantime, this isn't a total loss. Cariel is a beautiful elf, isn't she?
What do you want?
Indanir's in there. I hope whatever luck guided you at the pass watches over you now.
This one wishes there was more that could be done. Indanir is certain you're the key.
Hectorheim. Lovely, isn't it? Especially with its moat of undead and eerily corrupted trees. As much as I know you want to take a peek inside, as long as those wards are up, no one is going anywhere near it.
There's no end to the depravity of their veiled heritance.
Raz wishes he could help. Naaman would not last long.
When Raz told me about Hectorheim, I couldn't get here fast enough. Now I can't even get inside. To top it off, this vine dusk won't leave me alone. Boys?
I'm relieved you're here, my friend. As dark as my fears may have been, they pale in comparison to the reality. If the shade of Naaman corrupts the heart of Valenwood, then the realm he calls the Shadowwood will soon consume this one. It won't be easy. The enchantments that once kept evil out are now corrupted. It's something similar to the blight we saw in Verant Morass, but much stronger. Every soldier who's entered has turned feral. Even you and I would not be immune. It's risky, but to defeat the darkness, we may have to embrace it first. The green is corrupted, and I think I can use my connection with it to thrust us into the realm of the Shadowwood. In that realm, I suspect we can get past the blight. Let's hope this works. All right then. There, we're in Shadowwood again, as foul as it ever was. We should be able to bypass the blight, though, and all the feral guardians that would block our way. Once we get in there, we need to head for the grotto. That's where the heart is. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? If we go feral, that's that. If not, I still suspect we'll encounter some resistance. The Shadowwood hasn't lacked for corrupted spirits elsewhere, and I can't imagine it will here either. Bows. He's turned so many. We have to stop this. It's my As formidable as you may be, I fear we couldn't get through here in the physical realm. Now we just need to find the shade of Naaman and destroy him. I knew we couldn't be that lucky. The shade has blocked the way. Let's see. These pedestals look as if they're still active. Yes, I know what to do. This is the entrance to the Valenheart. It seems the Shade of Naaman has taken care to ensure his work is not disturbed. This is an ancient Ayleid barrier. We'll need to activate the pedestals to pass. We'll need to get the keystones, Welkin stones I imagine, and the Shade has likely scattered them throughout the branches of Hectorheim. There is more too. I will need to study these pedestals to decipher the way of unsealing the door. Good thinking. Whatever we can do to speed this up. In fact, as soon as you find each keystone, bring it here before searching for the others. That will help me puzzle this out more quickly.
I warn you, the Namon you faced before was fettered by fear and mortality. I have no such limitations.
To Apocrypha with you.
The Welkin stones are the only way to break the barrier. The Welkin stones are the only way to break the barrier and enter the heart. I'll get you back in.
You are throwing your life for naught. The heart is already corrupted. There's nothing you can do about that now.
The Welkin stones are the only way to break the barrier and let's get you back in there.
witness my wrath achieved. Then you will die.
Good. This should work. Hurry, we have to save the heart.
Sister's pawn, come once more! Irene will get what's coming to us.
Losing betas.
Why won't you just die?
Incredible. I've never seen such terrible power. But you didn't flinch. The shade is gone, but his corruption is not. Look at the heart. It's overflowing with corruption, spreading the darkness all over Valenwood. I don't know, but I have to try something. As I suggested before, perhaps the only way to defeat the darkness is to embrace it. I think I might be able to draw the corruption out of the heart and into myself. It'll be the end of me, I suppose. But the loss of one life, to save the Valenwood, there's no choice in that. Ifre, guide me. I hope this works. It's working. Just a little more.
What happened here?
This can't be right. It shouldn't have to end this way.
Indenir is dead? He is playing one of his Bosmer tricks. He must be. No. He really is dead. Dark moons. Curse you, Indenir, for being mortar. And curse us for being so slow to arrive after we saw the corruption recede. Just like a Bosmer, it is not enough for him to save us all. He must mock us with the nobility of his sacrifice. We will feel this loss more deeply than most. But it looks like the dead prince is dead once again. Indeed, Queen Irene should be informed. She entrusted you with this mission, so it would be best if you told. Wait, did you feel that? Indenir!
Perhaps you should take a few steps back, May. The Valenheart. It saved Indenir.
Saved him? Cariel?
The Valenwood brought him back. It's Ifre's will.
What happened?
Indenir, Ifre has chosen you. You're the Sylvanar.
Could it be true? Me? The Sylvanar? I fell down into death, and the green reached out and picked me up and set me on my feet, and I was here again, alive. Incredible. Indescribable. Transformed. I have seen my making and my unmaking, and I am awestruck. I never imagined when the last Sylvanar died that I would be chosen. But if the people wish it of me, I will accept this role.
I'm going to go let Raz know. I'm sure he's pushed into the grotto by now with the Vindusks.
Yes, and Queen Irene must be informed as well.
Is it true? What Cariel speaks? Indenir resurrected? Raz has had his eyes on other things, or he would not have missed it. And Naaman. Raz assumes he's dead. Again. Queen Irene has already decided to blame Peladil and the Heritans for this treachery. But Raz knows she loved her brother in her own high elf noble, emotionally stunted way. Tell her, but gently.
Looks like you took care of Naaman. Greenshade is safe now.
Quite an amazing scene to witness. How did this one miss it? Talking to torchbouts, healing the forest, seeing invisible spriggans. I thought he was just another mad Bosmer. Turns out, I was the mad one, and Indenir was the Sylvanar all along. Besides a timely resurrection, a wedding, of course. He will be joined to the Green Lady, and together, they will represent Valenwood as leaders of the Dominion, with Queen Irene and myself.
You've proven yourself a valuable member of the Old Merry Dominion.
It's good to see Akuz Ree made it out safe and sound. Garesh Ree tried to warn him of the danger, but he doesn't always listen. He sometimes forgets he's a spiritual leader and not a hardened warrior.
I see you were successful.
My soldiers stir from their feral state. I can only assume the corruption has receded and Naaman is again put to rest. It is well. The funeral rites and honors may proceed as originally planned. My brother was a pawn of the veiled heritance, you understand? The mistreatment of his royal body only makes their treason the worse. Now, what of the staff of Magnus? Thank you. I will see to its safeguarding personally. The Sylvanar. By the Eight. Main Akuzri, is this true? If so, that changes a great deal.
His spirit was gone from the mortal world. The Valenwood restored him.
Indania?
The Main speaks the truth, Queen Irene.
Cariel herself said Ifrei chose him. This one agrees.
Then rise, Indania. It is I who have the honor of bowing to you.
Queen Irene, please,
People of the Old Mary Dominion, I present to you your new Sylvanar. We won a necessary victory for the Dominion today, and we have you to thank. I'll see to the staff of Magnus's safety myself. As for you, the Bosmer have their Sylvanar. With both the Sylvanar and the Green Lady, it's time the two became one. Go to Velen Harbor in Malabal Tor, and we will make preparations. The Green Lady is in Malabal Tor, but rumors of attacks from Redguards have reached us. It's imperative that the Green Lady be kept safe so that she and the Sylvanar may be joined. Velen Harbor, along the Broken Coast. It's a quiet little town, the perfect place for a wedding. Head there and inform the locals of the impending nuptials. I'll be along soon to bring the Green Lady her Sylvanar.